Good afternoon. Great to be with you here at 4 o'clock on a Wednesday. I'm Dustin Grove. Good to be back from Miami. A little cold here.
Yes, it is. It is. I'm Felicia Lawrence. You're watching 13 News at 4, and we are super excited that you are back. And it was a temperature change, huh?
Yeah, but the party continues, right? The party of the celebration from IU's win in Miami going on very much still here in Indiana. The celebration continuing today for our national champs, of course, the IU football team.
Our Logan Gay is live in Bloomington, where the big trophy is on free public display today. Logan, how big is it really?
Are they letting you touch it?
All right, Felicia, yes, hey Dustin, not only can you touch it, you can also take a picture with it. And guess what? I mean, this is amazing because the trophy is back home right where it belongs, right here in Bloomington. And right now I'm at the Kroger where fans are getting their first look at the trophy. And you can see that they are taking pictures with it. You can see how shiny it is, how tall it stands, and just how proud these fans are just to have this moment. The line is long, guys. The line is long, but it's moving along. Doors open for this at 4, and they'll close around 7 p.m. For this opportunity. But again, this is just a wonderful way for fans who have been with the team for this long to feel a part of the process and a part of the team and everything. I was going to try to get a little closer if we could. Let's see if we can talk. Hey guys, do you mind if I get a quick word with you? What was it like to see the trophy?
Oh, it means the world. It's a glorious trophy. Seeing in Bloomington, unthinkable, but amazing story.
Were you in Miami?
I was in Kirkwood. Yeah, I was watching from the upstairs pub. It was a great night.
And what does it mean to have the trophy right here in Bloomington again?
It's crazy to see it in person. Honestly, unthinkable winning, but seeing in person is, unbelievable.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a good one. All right. As you can see, they said it's unbelievable, unthinkable. And they're so happy to be a part of this moment. If you want to be a part of this moment, you have time. The trophy will be here at the Kroger in Bloomington from 4 to 7 p.m. Now, if you can't come today, you do have another opportunity to see it tomorrow around the same time at the Walmart here in Bloomington. But for now, I'll pitch it back to you, Felicia and Dustin.
Yeah, before we let you go, Logan, about how many people are in line?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let's take a look. I didn't count on my way in, but you can see how it's snaking around. You can see how long. Oh, I can't even see the end of the line. And I will say, when we parked, we had a hard time finding a parking spot. So make sure if you're going to be out here to plan ahead to make time for parking, because it is packed. And the grocery store is still open for shopping as well. So a lot going on, but it's a lot of fun. What a moment.
Is the line out the door? People aren't waiting in the cold, are they?
No, the line is not out the door. It's just snaking around. In fact, if you look over there, I believe that might be the end of the line. So it's not out the door.
Okay, that's
not
perfect.
yet,
at least people are waiting inside.
Yeah,
right?
and you can get your shopping. You can get your shopping done as you go.
You take a look at the trophy and you grab your case of Dr. Pepper. Yeah, right. Logan, thank you very much.
I love it. Okay. Also in Bloomington, we know that the IU football team, several members, including Fernando Mendoza, are signing autographs at the Dick's Sporting Goods.
That's right. This is on 3rd Street, hosting an autographs and signing session with the quarterback and the other players. So the player appearances are going to start in less than an hour at 5 o'clock, and they're going to go for 90 minutes until 6:30. 250 people, Felicia, waited in line to get wristbands this morning, and then they're going to come back for the signing.
Yeah, and so at noon we reported that the first person was out front, standing in line the night before last night.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and they made it through the cold, they bundled up, and then we even spoke to one person at noon. They were like, I never thought that I'd be the one that stand outside and wait for hours and on hours on hours and hours and hours, and here I am doing it.
IU wins the national championship, and here we are.
There's only a first.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
I mean, you got to do it.
That's awesome.
And it's cold.
It is cold, but they got decent weather.
It could have been worse.
You brought back some 40s, man.
I did. It was funny. Miami was actually a little cooler than usual. It was like, I'm telling you, it was in the 60s. They were all bundled up down there.
It was
looking
rough.
so weird in my shorts.
I felt really bad for you
I'm
down
sure
there,
you
man.
did. I'm sure you did.
Awesome job, by the way.
I've spent some time in Miami, and there's several homes there that actually do not have heat.
Yep.
They don't have it. You just bundle up and be cold.
It's all relative. It's all relative. Well, let me just show you our warmest day that we're going to have for quite some time. We've got a long stretch run of bitterness heading our way, but not today. We're well into the 40s, got some sunshine, scattered clouds. To get the map that I'm showing you now, temperatures 20 to almost 25 degrees warmer than this time yesterday afternoon. It's taking a very gusty southwest wind, but here you go. 46 in Indy at this hour, 44 in Muncie. We had a low yesterday morning of 4 above, but this is the gust, and they're going to stay with us for the better part of tonight. Just know that it's going to be pretty windy for us. The gusty wind continues. Temperatures will gradually slide down into the 30s here. Want to get you ready for the bus stop tomorrow morning. It's going to be brisk. Wind chills in the 5 to 10 range. We eventually drop down there into the upper teens and lower 20s. Now I want to take you in to Friday. The bus stop may include some school delays in parts of the state as the wind chills start to get well below zero, and temperatures are going to hover in the single digits for the better part of Friday afternoon. So what we will eventually get to is the weekend snow, but before we get to that, we have to go through the bitter cold here. A stinging wind all day long Friday night, and into Saturday. And eventually we will have some snow. We'll have more on that and the cold 7-day forecast here in just a few minutes.
All right, Sean, thanks so much. On to some more headlines we're following. A mother and her youngest daughter are alive but battling life-altering burns after a deadly fire near Bloomington.
2 others died in that fire, and police think it was intentionally set. Ashton Ackman has new details today on how that family is trying to move forward.
Paula Anderson and her 18-year-old daughter, Gabby, are covered in burns, nearly 90% of Paula's body and 30% of Gabby's. Both made it out alive from a fire police say was intentionally set at this home on East Anderson Road, but tragically 2 others didn't survive. Anderson's oldest daughter, 33-year-old Christine Rowan, and another woman, 70-year-old Mary Blake, died from their injuries. Christine was bedridden with cerebral palsy. Blake also needed a caretaker. Anderson was a nurse living in Blake's home with Gabby and caring for all 3. Lindsay Pessinen is Paula's sister.
Nobody really knew what was happening or what was going on. It's just been so terrible. Nobody knows what to do.
She's left trying to support her sister and niece while also grieving.
She was the best. She made the best out of the life that she was given. She was always smiling. She was singing. She loved The Little Mermaid. She just loved her family and she wanted to live.
Both families are now waiting for answers from police. Deputies found a man in the woods nearby also suffering from burns. He's in the hospital and only labeled a person of interest as charges are pending. Pessinen says the family is focusing on Paula and Gabby's recovery.
We just want them to get better. We just want to pretend that, close our eyes and pretend it was all a dream and it goes away and we don't have to be thinking about any of this. Truly unimaginable.
An unimaginable tragedy, leaving 2 families without a loved one and still searching for answers. In Bloomington, Ashton Hackman, 13 News.
And at the State House today, a proposed ban on cell phones in schools is officially moving forward. It passed the Senate. It is now headed to the House.
Our Matthew Foltz has been following up on the bill today. He joins us now with what exactly is in the bill and what it means for our kids.
Well, we know the Senate passed this bill by a vote of 28 to 19, and now we're actually learning where the state stands as far as it goes countrywide with its current cell phone school law. So under the current law, it requires each school corporation or charter school to have cell phone use policy on their website. Now, according to Phone-Free Schools State Report Card, Indiana is actually one of 8 states graded with a C because they only restrict phone use during classroom time but allow it outside of the classroom. Now, under this new proposed bill, it would ban cell phone use, smartwatches, and other wireless devices for the entire school day. And Senate lawmakers have some mixed feelings on the bill. Take a listen.
And I don't think we have arrived at a good policy solution, especially for schools, large school districts. The unfunded mandate is one concern, the implementation model is a second concern, and then the flexibility for teachers to use devices when they need it for academic purposes is another concern.
If the schools are going to charge for it, They can say, parents, how much is this phone? If you want your kid to bring this, maybe you'll have a fee to drop it in a pouch if they choose to do that. They may have other ways where it doesn't cost a dime. The locals will be able to figure this out.
Now, the bill does include some exceptions for students with disabilities, medical needs, and of course, language access. We also heard from several parents who testified in support of this bill last month at the State House when it was first introduced. So right now, of course, it heads to the House where they will have to vote on it. So we'll be sure to follow it as it goes to the House side.
Okay, tracking it. Thank you so much, Matthew Fultz, reporting this afternoon. More ahead.